there's something I've been wanting to talk about in concerns with our president.
What is it?
Why is he not talking about the Goblin problems?
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Trump had a point. There was a real Goblin issue, not in just the States, but just around the world. He was adamant on trying to solve the Goblin problem, and then old Joe, Uncle Joe gets in office, and suddenly there's nothing being done about the Goblins. I call me conspiracy theorist, but I think the Goblins might have paid him off. I think he might be working with them.
I want to kill the Goblins.
You want to kill the Goblins?
Whoa!
Well, my fellow American, I have great news for you. I am putting forth a new directive called the Goblin Slayer, copyrighted and trademark, American use only. And we are going to kill the Goblins. We can do it together, America.
Trumo, when the fuck did Joe Biden get in our office?
I don't know. I think Tav forgot to lock the door.
God damn it!
What
It's
are you
fucking
talking
dementia.
about? This is my office. What are you doing in the White House?
No way. This is the White House. This is way too dirty to be the White House. Unless this is what the White House has ended up once you became an office.
Being president is stressful. Very stressful.
I mean, taking naps in the Oval Office and then just kind of, sleepily wait. There he fucking goes. Yep. See what I tell you. This is what the people selected.
Oh, yes, it is who they selected. Me, Joe Biden. Only known as Joe. Joe Mama, your mother. Hello, sons, my friends. How are y'all doing?
I didn't vote for this guy.
Yeah, I didn't vote for you either, pal. I didn't even vote for myself.
Whoa, Mr. President, you're making such a statement about a Native American?
Whoa.
This is going on.
Natives.
This is going on Twitter. I'm putting this on Twitter.com.
I love the natives. That's my motto. How else do you think I got elected? They were 15% of the vote.
Okay.
At least that's what my PR manager told me.
Okay, all right. This bit is going too long. Welcome to Big Fellas. This is your co-host Saber, and with me is Jerumo, but no Tav.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
I'm
right here, boys. I'm right here.
This isn't Tav.
What do you mean? It is me.
This isn't Tav. This is Wav.
Saber, you're a good guy. Trubo, you're a pig. It's me, Tav. Welcome everybody to an episode of Big Fellas. I'm big. These are my fellas. Right?
Alright, did we step into like another dimension, or did we just pick up some guy?
You entered into the Joe dimension. That's what happened. Thank you, boys, for having me on. What is up, everybody? My name is Joe. Thank you for having me.
Joe? Joe what?
Your mother. That's what I am. Best well behaved, son.
So, no Tav today. He's probably out, drinking some milk or something like that. So today we've got Joe standing in for him today, as a sort of a special guest, and yeah, so we're here to interrogate him. I've got plenty of water for waterboarding. I've got a wrench and pliers.
What you drinking?
And got plenty of car batteries with jumper cables. I'm going to attach them right to his... Oh, wait. No. That's not... We'll get demonetized for that. Implying Tav makes money.
I mean, it's pretty hard to make money in the U.S. at this point right now, especially with the way gas prices going up.
Jeez, don't even get me started on that.
Tav doesn't need money.
I can't even go training at the range because ammo is so expensive. and ammo is cheaper than gas these days.
So it's coming up to that time, huh?
Yep.
You know what, Saber? I have a question for you.
What is it?
Speaking about guns and ammo, this recently came up to me on interest, but there is this animator on YouTube. He has his own little mini-series, and on that mini-series, they're in a post-apocalyptic world, and an important part of that world is the currency, which are bullets. The currency are bullets, and it's a very gun-heavy world. The combat's all guns. So I just want to know, what's your take on that? Do you think that that's viable?
I mean, in a system in a place where there's basically no paper money doesn't even mean anything. You basically have to resort to bartering like the old days, where you just basically trade items that are seemingly in sort of equal value in a way. So by having rare items that you can just kind of trade back and forth, that's kind of your thing. That's the thing you have to do. And in some cases, it might be ammo.
Would you barter your ammo in a post-apocalyptic setting?
Fuck no.
No? What would you barter, Taruma?
If I remember correctly, doesn't the whole shot of alcohol thing come from trading a bullet for a shot back then, or?
Perhaps.
I always thought it had to do with the fact that you bite the bullet or you take a shot of alcohol because there was no anesthesia back then.
In the Mad Max movies, the currency is kind of water, and Waterworld has Waterworld has dirt or something like that. In Fallout, the currency, of course, is bottle caps because they're kind of sort of a valuable thing. And the thing is that before Fallout 3, you could trade in bottle caps for water. So it's backed by something that's actually rare and valuable. Kind of like how before the 30s, gold and silver backed the paper dollar until that stuff was changed, and it's kind of just not really meaning anything these days. It's just Federal Reserve notes, so it's a promise to pay, not really actually any value. So if the economy crashes, all that paper in your wallet's gonna be worthless. You might as well just burn it, or
sort of. I mean, I learned that technically our money is a fiat currency. It has value because the government says it has value.
Yeah, but then if there's no government, then there's not going to be a value to it. So
yeah,
your best bet is actually investing in even if it's
NFTs.
just ounces. Oh my fucking! All right, that's it. We're ending the episode right now. Tarumo, get the pliers. We're pulling this guy's teeth out.
All right, hold on.
Fiat, fix it again, Tony. Oh, Fiat, fix it again, Tony. You're gonna get the pliers on me, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out your teeth.
Look, man, it's the future. But honestly, going back to the whole Fallout thing, it's weird that you mentioned bottle caps you could trade it for water, because there's still gold currency in the game. I think in Fallout 3, there's an area where you can get gold bars, and it has a standard value.
Yeah, and I mean, then that is something you can use to actually get quite a bit of bottle caps. And then in Fallout 4, it's just gold bars do have a value, but it ends up being used as scrap if you don't, if you actually aren't careful with it, and you end up storing it in a workshop, and then the gold is just going to be used for whatever thing you're going to craft. Which, I could probably find a mod that makes it so that it could be separate, and then you can use it just for getting money. But I've mainly been playing Fallout 4 just on console because I haven't had a decent PC until now.
Oh, well, you're lucky. I don't have a PC at all. I don't have a gaming PC. So every time my friends are online and playing a game, and I join them on call and they're playing a game on PC, I can't play. I always feel kind of left out and lonely, not gonna lie.
Well, whose fault is that?
My wallet.
The government's, of course.
The government, of course. Yes, my government's at fault. I may be the president, but I'm still a poor man. Why can't I be like Abe Lincoln? Richest man of the world.
Why can't I be like Abe Lincoln? He was a vampire hunter.
Yeah, vampire hunter, a rich man. Actually, the reason I mentioned rich man is because, sadly, recently a legend died this week, Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, and, yeah, that's right.
I mentioned this because earlier I was talking with a friend, and I was saying, I mentioned this, and, and, my favorite scenes of Gilbert Godfrey would definitely be, either when he has, like, singing cameos in the Aladdin movies, like, the 40 Thieves, or specifically this very specific scene of Once Upon a Time in the West, where they get the president to visit this, like, college or whatever, and it's Gilbert Godfrey playing as Abe Lincoln, and he stands up, he's all like, "Hiya, schmucks, I'm the president of the United States, and I'm filthy rich. If you work hard, you can be just like me." And then the main character is just all like, this awesome, great moment. And then in the back, I think the principal's all like, "I don't think this is Abe Lincoln." And after I saw that scene, it immediately clicked. This takes place after 1964. Abe Lincoln is dead. They had to replace him for the school meeting.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, I missed that. I'm gonna miss Gilbert Godfrey. I'm pretty sure
my mom
I'm so sorry, everybody.
No, I think that's how you pronounce it. But my mom hated his voice, and then I'm like, oh yeah, here's what he sounds like when he isn't doing that character, when he's just being normal. It's just like, wow, it's like a totally different guy.
Yeah, I think another memorable moment for him is definitely when he started doing those when fans would send him things for him to say
on Cameo.
Yeah. I like those moments. I don't know if VAs are still doing it these days. Do you guys know?
Probably. It's just probably way too out of pocket for me. Or no, not out of pocket. What's the term? It's way beyond what I could ever make to, pay a voice actor of mine to say.
I think they still are, but like it depends. Like with Gilbert, you could have him say almost anything, and like with more of these actors that are, still out there, I don't think they do like every request, so it's like very so and so with what you want them to say.
Yeah, you can't have them say like, "I am the cum lord."
like Gilbert, right? My friend actually bought a cameo for my other friend, the Anboy one, and he was thinking about buying more cameos, but then this all happened, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, you legend. Damn. But I think a good on cameo one that I remember vividly as well is the one they had for the VTuber Miko? Yeah, Miko. And it was cuz she loves GTA 5, so they got the voice of Michael to like say happy birthday.
Yeah, and Franklin.
Yeah. Oh, they got Franklin too? I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
I did know that the VAs for Franklin and his friend
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar, they recreated the scene of "Yo, Colo, come up in your crib." I really appreciate the fact that the community just kind of stopped after that video was released. Like, maybe a video here or two, but after that, it was just like, where can you go from this? You cannot follow that up.
You can't top this. I've seen, speaking of VTubers, I think it was in Crony's stream. Someone did like a kind of reworded version of that roast with as like a roast to Crony with like Fauna or Mume. And she's like reading it out loud, and she kind of stops, and she's like, "Oh, I can't say that."
Oh, that's funny. But thank you, Michael Afton.
Michael Afton. Yeah. He murdered children, and then he became purple.
Yeah,
that's
and then
William.
and then he committed crimes with his best friend, Terumo the pig, and then he faked his death, and now he's a VTuber's favorite character.
Actually, William was, the murderer. Michael's the son.
All right, listen. All right, we're not the FNAF experts here, okay?
Actually.
Actually.
All right, Terumo. Tell me, if you're so smart, tell me the name of all the 5 kids who were murdered.
You think I would know off the top of my head? Which 5?
The original 5. There's more than 5 kids murdered?
I'm pretty sure, including, like, his children, accidentally, I'm pretty sure it's, like, 13 or more.
Damn, that guy had a lot of sex. 8 kids?
Whoa.
Actually, Freddy Fazbear ate my ass.
I believe he ate your brain. You lost a frontal lobe. Let me tell you about the bite of 87.
Okay, Markiplier.
The bite of 87. Yeah, it was an awful event. Poor kid. I mean, I guess at least his parents got insurance money out of it. That's all I gotta say.
And then,
Terumo murdered 5 kids, stuffed them into animatronics. The end. That's all I gotta say about that.
Terumo will do anything to get kids off the reservation.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Terumo. Terumo, I need to know, man. I need to know.
Yeah.
What kind of man are you? Are you a family man? Like,
not anymore.
I heard from...
Go home,
not
be
anymore! Oh, that's great. Oh,
no, he's a family guy.
Yeah, you're a family guy. Oh, man.
He's a family guy.
On TikTok, there's a lot of Family Guy TikToks, and I don't know. Personally, they're kind of meh, but sometimes you get some good ones, and it personally makes me disappointed that, damn, Family Guy has some good writing, but it's overshadowed by how awful the characters are.
Okay, well, we don't go on TikTok. My mom sends me a whole bunch of them, and I'm just like, how do I politely tell her to stop sending me TikToks?
Tell her you don't have TikTok. So you don't actually. So those links are useless to you.
That doesn't stop them. You can still watch them.
Yeah, it opens up in your browser, on your phone.
Ah.
All right, look, listen.
I'm listening. Okay, listen.
She sent me one with like a fucking a guy that's dubbed over by some Native American comedian or something like that, and she's like, "Oh, send this to your Indian friend," and then I'm like,
that's pretty racist.
You could probably guess my reaction.
yeah, his reaction was just sending me a fucking PNG of Springtrap.
Oh my gosh.
Burning.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's worse than a mom sending their child a YouTube video, or their or someone's mom listening to the soundtrack of their favorite video game OST.
Listen, the thing is, at least, is that if she sends me a YouTube video, chances are it's going to be like 20 to 30 minutes, and she's going to say, watch this real quick. And I'll be like, it's 20 to 30 minutes long. How is that real quick? Whereas with a TikTok, it's like, yeah, it'll maybe take up like a minute of my time, but, and by the way, she's like, not like directly racist towards natives or anything like that. She actually wished that she could have gotten together with like a native man, which I could have probably turned out to be different. I could have been half white, half native instead of half white, half Cambodian.
There would have been half a different genocide in his bloodline.
Speaking about that.
Terumo, speaking of genocide.
Speaking of genocide. Oh man, that's awful. Speaking of that, Terumo, I have a question for you. Just because throughout I listen to all your guys' podcasts, except for a few of them. I choose not to listen to those for certain reasons. You can ask about that later. But here's my question for you, Terumo. I just want to know, are you proud of your heritage, like as a native? I believe, if I remember correct, you said you're Lakotan?
Lakota, and I wouldn't say I'm proud. I mean, there are times where I'm like, I hate my own kind.
Yeah, he said shit like in one of the videos where we played zombies together. He literally says, and I quote, it's like, I wish my people were wiped out by smallpox or something like that.
God damn, but then you wouldn't have been born, Terumo. We wouldn't have America's greatest pig.
Maybe,
is there any?
Or maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe that's.
Is there any cultural significance of pigs in any native culture at all, or is it? Because I know in some tribes, like, animals might have some meaning, but is there any for like pig or any kind of swine?
I don't. Not that I know, but I think maybe like an islander native tribe would be more akin to that.
I know Japan's natives are big on pigs being like representative of deities. And I remember as a kid once there was a story about this magic tree that gave 3 hunter dudes gifts so they can hunt down mountain pigs, because that was their lifestyle. Everything revolved around mountain pigs.
All right, that's it, Terumo. We're going to Japan. We're gonna have you be celebrated.
Yeah.
We need Must Die's lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, the Must Die lyrics.
Yeah, we're gonna stop by before that. We're gonna stop by. We're gonna stop by Hollow Live Production. We're gonna stop by Cover Corporation. All right, give Yago a visit and snatch a few talents, and then we're gonna go to Arc System Works, hunt down Daisuke, and make him remember the fucking lyrics, or make him find the notes for the lyrics of fucking Must Die, and then after that we're gonna and then after that
dressed as Inosuke
from Demon Slayer, that pighead dude,
pig man.
I mean,
what are your thoughts
it'll probably
on Inosuke?
He's pretty.
Is he
cool.
like your family member, or is he just you?
He's me if I had body mass.
If Terumo could develop muscle, he could cosplay him. That's
Look, Terumo, just do what the people from the 300 movie did. When they couldn't get in shape in time, they spray painted the abs on. Just do that.
I don't even think he has the muscle strength to hold a can of spray paint.
Actually,
he's gonna shake it. He's gonna shake it, and then he's gonna try to shake it, and then his own bones are just gonna rattle instead of the can.
Yo, Terumo, how do you do things with hooves, man?
It's pretty hard.
If you're a pig, how do you do things? It's pretty hard, huh? With those little tiny ticka.
It's hard when you have hooves, and every time you turn, your bones shatter.
Every morning I wake up with a heart attack. And every time I get out of bed, I break every bone in my body.
I fracture my shoulder turning 90 degrees.
Do you wait for the heart attacks to put you to sleep?
Oh man, some people have all the luck. I was born with glass bones, paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every evening I break my arms. At night I lie in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
Oh, you poor man. Patrick, set him down gently. Okay.
Oh, you poor man. Tab, set him down gently, okay?
Is there anything you can do to help?
Well, there is one thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, something about medical bills, alright? It hits too close. Bills? It hits too close to home, right? I'm not finishing.
Okay. Oh man.
Look, yeah. we'll seek out some like person with like very bizarre healing methods, and we're gonna get your body all fixed up. Okay?
Yeah, man. Go to a masseuse; they'll fix you right up. Actually, let me tell you a story about that. One time, I think I was 18. We were finishing picking up for an event at a park, and I was riding a tiny scooter. I don't know where in my dumb mind I thought it was a great idea. I never done this before at all, but I tried to do a 360 flip on the scooter, and it did not work out. I fell down and I fractured my bone towards the heel. And then I was in so much pain. And my mother was all like, she was freaking out. She's like, what do we do? I know, let's go take you to, what's her name? Doña Rosa. Let's go to Doña Rosa. She'll fix you right up. She'll like massage your foot right up to healing. And everyone was all like, no, this is a bad idea. Let's go to the hospital. And then in the end, it was a great idea. We didn't do it because, yeah, I had fractured my bone. She would have made it worse.
God. Local masseuse arrested for snapping a patient's neck.
Oh man, you guys ever been to a masseuse before?
I have not. I can't afford such luxuries. What do you think I am? Some rich guy?
Honestly, all you gotta do is go to your local like Latin American community and ask around for somebody that does it, and they'll do it to you for like $60.
Oh yes, well, let us just come out of the middle of nowhere and find that community.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. All right. We live literally. It's like Courage the Cowardly Dog. We live literally in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Hello, kitty. What are you doing? Hello, my son is here. Hey, come here.
Son.
Good boy.
Yep.
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 Mm-hmm.
Oh, Saber, I wanted to ask you, because I noticed it on the Big Fella's Discord. Every once in a while, you would post some of your old Sprite palette colors.
Yeah.
I have to admit, man, you're pretty good at that.
Oh, thanks.
I really like the one you did for. I really like the one you did for Persona 4's Ku Cullen. You did it to the fake colors.
Oh yeah, Taff says he likes that a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. You ever thought about actually doing regular pixel art?
Not really. I don't think I don't really think I'd be really good at it. If I could, I'd probably become like a RPG maker, like game dev or something. But
you'd probably become a racist.
I actually have RPG Maker. I bought it back in like 2015 when it was like $15.
I've had thoughts for. I've had thoughts of making games. I had a few ideas. One sort of like a post-apocalyptic, kind of running back to what you told me about earlier, but somewhat kind of like Last of Us, but without any of like the fungus people or whatever. Uh-huh. It's kind of like more survival, less on zombies or anything like that, but more psychological horror. Maybe a few cases you'll run into some humans. Maybe it'll be other survivors, or friendly or hostile, or something like that. But the main goal is just to try to survive, and then sprinkle in little bits of psychological warfare where it's like you think there's something there, because like that's the whole thing with the atmosphere is just like it's making you think you are being followed by something. Like
in regards to that, a long time ago, I once bought I have it with me right here. It was a book called 100 Deadly Skills, and it was written by ex-U.S. SEALs guys.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah, ex-Navy SEAL guys who retired. And
they're always
it's got
writing books.
100 things to do in case you're ever in like hostile territory. And one thing that always like stayed in the back of my mind is how to lose somebody who's following you in a car. And so the trick for that is you're supposed to go to areas. You're supposed to know the area. And scout out the area first. And once you know the area, you'll know that if someone's pursuing you, you'll know which route will have the most the most stop signs, the most walk crossings, the most red lights, and you're supposed to go through all that so you'll eventually lose them without them knowing that you're probably onto them. It's a pretty good book. I'm not sure how much of it is like practical for everyday people, but I don't know.
Navy SEALs are always writing fucking books. I think there's a joke I heard somewhere. Where it's like you have like all sorts of special forces guys like Delta, Green Berets, Rangers, Marine Recon. They'll all joke about how like it'll be like a group of them of like each of the different ones. And then it'll always be the Navy SEAL that ends up writing a book. I can't remember the joke off the top of my head, but there was something. There's something. I might put it in the comments section if I remember it or find it online.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I guess they just have... I don't know. The way Navy SEALs are always pictured, at least for me in social media, is it's a very lonely life, and maybe because you're the only one that survives out of your squad. American Sniper is a very good example. He was the last survivor. The way he coped was to write the book.
I mean, yeah, it could be. I certainly believe that there needs to be a lot more attention brought to like to like veterans and PTSD and in coping, quote unquotes, because I was watching this, I guess either as a video essay or a documentary, something about Star Wars: The Bad Batch, and how it secretly covers a hidden thing about how after war, soldiers will face PTSD, because like it went back to how originally the first movies, it was meant to be like an allegory of you have your underdog rebels against this big, organized military, and yet they still get overthrown. And in George Lucas's mind, his intentions on that was the Empire was like the U.S. and NATO, while the rebels are the Viet Cong. Because it was meant to be sort of an allegory for the Vietnam War, because that happened a while back, and Lucas was originally drafted for it, but because he was diagnosed with diabetes, he couldn't go and serve. But the impact of the war still was weighing heavily on America, so he wanted to make a story to sort of be to convey that. That's flip the whole scenario of like what was going on, and the thing is that the GIs that were all drafted and went in, they thought they were just doing something for America, or they were combating communism, only to end up realizing that they were responsible for a whole lot of atrocities, and they ended up getting vilified when they got back home because there's so many people that hated them for going into battle, and there's so many issues. Even in the past few decades, the VA barely does anything for veterans these days. Like my grandpa, he's got a pacemaker in his chest, and his heart was damaged, but it's slowly healing. But they still don't want to do anything for them. They don't want to pay my aunt for taking care of both of my grandparents, who are pretty much wheelchair bound at this point. because that's just too much for them. That's just too much for the VA to lift a finger to do. And the Bad Batch, which was these clones, because it was kind of these guys made in the Clone Wars. They're kind of meant to be sort of like a Dirty Dozen or A-Team, but in Star Wars. And What are you doing, kitty? And the first season of the show itself takes place right after the Clone Wars, but it also deals with a lot of issues that post-war veterans usually would go through. The difficulties in trying to adjust to civilian life, adjust to a new new regime, and also the fact that they introduced this kid character Omega, who's a female clone, and she's technically older than them because they have increased aging, but she's sort of more physically younger than them. So it's still a way that they're taking care of this child trying to survive, and it's sort of like how even not just Vietnam, but also like an Iraqi veteran coming back and having trouble adjusting to civilian life. The VA might not let them get a well-paying job, let them not even having any homes, or in some cases that veterans commit suicide. It's like, it's a lot of it. There's not enough attention brought to this.
Yeah,
so
I mean, back when I was in high school, I would think of joining the military just so they could pay for my schooling. My mom would freak out, saying, "No, if you go, I would die. You're my only male." And all that, and
it's a big choice to make.
It's a big choice to make, but I was slightly annoyed because at the end of the day, it was like, but I really want to go for my own reasons, Mm-hmm. Nowadays, if you ask me, I want to go to the military. It'd be a more maybe question, and I would definitely talk to my connections I have in the military so I can get a good position. Because I met a few guys during COVID who work as officers in the military, and they told me, look, man, if you ever, for whatever reason, want to join the military, talk to me first before they screw you over. Talk to me and always go for the officer positions, office jobs, man. Unless you really, really want to be an infantryman. Yeah,
because recruiters they're literally paid to just kind of like lie to you, or in a way, because they're always like, oh yeah, you're gonna do all this stuff. It's gonna be it's gonna be so great. You're gonna learn to do all this kind of stuff. They'll embellish it a lot to where you're gonna start feeling you're gonna think like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so great. I'm gonna have so much, my brain's gonna have so much dopamine because I'm gonna do all this, but in reality, it's just gonna be like, no, you're probably going to be deployed, deployed overseas, or put into such harsh conditions, or they won't tell you everything, because if they told you the truth, if they told you everything that was going to happen, then you're not going to want to actually join in. And that's the main advice I hear from veterans is don't buy into what the recruiters tell you. and maybe try to make connections to try to get you into other places.
If I had a quarter for every time a recruiter would come up to me and offer me recruitment, it'd probably be like $2, to be honest. But damn, one day I was just working at McDonald's, I was just wiping the floor, and these guys were finished with their food, and they just came up to me and were like, hey man, what's your proposition for your future? I'm like, oh gosh, not these guys. All my my respect to them, for what they do and what they did, but I'm just like, bro, come on, I'm just here working at McDonald's. Do I really look like a loser? I mean, that's how I felt. I look back on it and I'm like, damn, they probably thought I was a loser just mopping the floors. It was picturesque. Damn, this boy, he's about to change his life, joining the military, no longer working at that fast food industry.
Yeah, instead of dealing with Karens asking for for an extra nugget or something because you got the order wrong, or a child asking for Travis Scott Fortnite burger, you're gonna be you're gonna be patrolling the base out in who knows where in harsh conditions with shitty gear, hand-me-down rifles.
Yeah, I actually, working in the fast food industry, I only ever had one Karen. And I want to give her a pass on it because I will admit it was hot outside. It was a hot summer. But damn, I don't know. When my manager gave in to her demands, in my mind, I'm like, bro, why did you do that? That encourages the behavior.
Exactly.
Don't wuss out. I don't care if you're busy. Look, if I was a manager, I wouldn't have wussed out. I would have been like, look, sorry, goodbye. But yeah, no.
That reminds me when I worked at a redacted department store as security. There was a lady who came in with a pair of broken shoes. She's like it was kid's shoes with like Velcro straps, and she's like, I want to return this. The Velcro's defective. I want to get it refunded. And the thing is that the shoes were used. Like the soles were kind of worn out. There's a bit of dirt, and you can see grass stains on it. And we were like telling her, no, we can't do this. We can't take it back because it was worn. And she's like, trying to get, she's doing the whole, speak to the manager. The MOD told her, no, we can't return it like this in this condition. And then she's like, I'm going to come back tomorrow, and there's different people. So then we're like, all right, we're going to warn the next people coming in. But apparently, I think she managed to find someone new who didn't know any better, because the next day I did my rounds, and when I went into the stock room to the bins where all the stuff that's going to be marked out of stock and thrown away, there was those shoes right there. So either an MOD caved in and didn't just caved in just to not deal with it, or she found someone who didn't get the memo that we put in to be like, hey, there's going to be a lady with a pair of worn out shoes that she's going to try to return. Don't let her. So that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, dude, I get it. I totally get it. But
yeah,
that's awful. What about you, Terumo? You ever had to deal with Karens before? Like, it doesn't even have to be like part of a job. Just in general, you ever had anybody with that attitude?
Yeah, my family.
Ah! Does that even count,
worse,
though, because it's family?
It counts if it's like your aunt that's literally one of those like anti-vaxxers, believes everything the news tells her.
Oh no!
And if you disagree with her, then you have a whole argument where you're never right and she's always right.
Yeah, it's funny, a little personal here, but every time me and my parents would get into an argument regarding something, they always be like, you always want to be right. And I'm all like, hello, pot, calling back to the keto. Because it's true, parents always want to be right. So where do you think we get it from?
And it's not even my experience. Like, most of my experiences, like, I know she's a Karen because I witnessed it in public, being with her.
Oh no, that's embarrassing.
That makes it worse. Being an accessory to the whole thing, like just witnessing it firsthand and like not being able to back away from it.
Oh, bro, that must have been an embarrassing car ride back.
I have an aunt who's she hasn't been around us until recently, like these past couple of years, because she was living down in Florida, and but when she moved back up here, and my brothers and I was already 18 and my brothers were getting well into their teens, she would still talk to all three of us as if we were like 10. Like she would like when she would explain things to us. She'd say something to us and she'd start explaining it. She'd explain to it as if she was explaining it to a child. And then she'll have the audacity to criticize my mom's parenting.
Oh,
because even though she never had her own children, she took care of her friends' kids, but it was never her own kids.
Damn, bro, it's
like
BB's kids situation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like that's pretty much majority of my aunts and uncles. They all criticize my mom in the way that she raised us. Yet, the ones that did have kids were never around to raise them. They let their it was mainly like 3 out of the 4 uncles that that had kids, but they didn't raise them. They're the ladies that they had them with, not necessarily their wives, well, except for one, but they're split apart. But their ladies took care of the kids, not them. And then both of my aunts never had kids of their own.
Damn, man, and people wonder what's wrong with this parenting generation. I swear.
Yeah, it's all put a tablet in a kid's hands and let them watch YouTube Kids or play Fork Knife.
Coco Melon. Look, I don't even think Fork Knife's that bad. I think here's my deal when it comes to kids playing online games. I think the problem is when you give them access to talk to strangers. My parents have always my friends would talk about how they met their online friends through like the apps on their phones or anything. I never had a phone until 2016. I never had a phone until 2016, and my parents were always all like, stranger danger, don't talk to anybody you don't know or you can't see because you might get kidnapped or touched. And nowadays it's like, don't talk to strangers because they might take your information. To the comical like hacker point, because if you get if you get a call from a scammer, they're not going to immediately hack your phone. They're just going to try to socially hack you. They'll be like, blah 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 blah. Yeah, give me your info, credit card.
Yeah, I need money.
I need money.
Like money.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to call this kid and ask for his credit card information and threaten him?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because when my brothers had phones and they would get phone calls, my mom would always tell them, tell them that you're a kid or whatever, so that it's like because the whole, I guess like the whole idea behind it is that you get a call from someone that you're getting it's that you're getting a call from someone, and if you tell them like I'm 13, that kind of that might kind of. Actually, I guess the idea is meant to spook them, but it sounds more like it's just gonna make them be like, oh, okay, well, can you do this for me? And then get the plastic card out of your mom's wallet and tell me the numbers on the front and back.
Yeah, it's more encouraging if you think about it. Nah, my sisters were telling me, because I have 2 sisters, because we were talking about this, because recently here in where I live, there was a huge scam audit sent out for people who had this specific insurance. Mm-hmm. And they're all like, don't touch the link, don't touch it, don't talk to them to anything. And I gave them the arguments like, it is actually a good thing that you talk to them, because if you do and it's a scam, you waste their time, so they can't use that time to scam an old lady who actually can get scammed. And then they're all like, no, it's bad, just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you try to word it in a different way, it's like why are you calling a 13-year-old child? Are you
Are you a pedo? Excuse me, sir, are you a pedo?
Yeah, I guess if you try to make them uncomfortable, then they'll hang up, I guess.
Yeah, actually, one time talking about scam calls, I answered. I'm like, who is this? And it was a car insurance guy talking to me, and like I didn't know what to say. So in the end, I told him like, no, sorry, you don't understand. I don't have a credit card. And then they hung up, and then my friend who was next to me in the vehicle, one time, my friend sitting next to me in the vehicle, after this phone call, I was all like, I would have been like, oh, he told me, next time you should be like, oh, you're a car insurance company, huh? Why are you suddenly calling at 8 p.m.? When all the offices are supposed to be closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, it really sucks because, there was also, I don't know how recent this was, but scammers one time drove an old lady to commit suicide after they left her broke. It's some really messed up stuff, man.
Yeah. They're fucking scum. I saw. Have you heard of? I think his name is Jim Browning. I think his name is.
Yes.
He's
yes.
on.
Oh, are you talking about the video where?
On...
Yeah. Are you talking about the video where he hacked this like phone center in India?
Yeah,
like
he hacked their.
Yes.
He tapped into their CCTV, and he even found them and intercepted a call where this guy was crying because of how much money he lost, and that the guys the scammers were laughing at him, and it's like, you guys are fucking scum, like.
Yeah, bro, that's honestly the touching part. That was such an awful moment, but there was a touching part at the end where after he released the video, somebody found that guy and they gave him back his money.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, that's touching. Oh, I don't know if you watched the end of that little saga of videos he did, but they arrested and they stopped the whole scam call.
Yeah, I saw that. They took down the boss. The boss was like, he had like his own his own like cruise shipper or something like that, and he could go. He went on vacations, but yeah, they put a stop to that, so that's good.
Yeah. Have you guys heard? Speaking of one more thing about scammers, have you guys heard of the Tinder swindler?
I have the Tinder swindler.
Nope. Okay, so
that's a few letters off from the Tinder diddler.
Well, TLDR, this guy from Israel moves to Europe and he uses Tinder and the magic of photo editing and pre-captured photos or whatever to make women believe that he's this rich diamond hair guy. Like, his family is the owner of this diamond business, and he's got a ton of money, and he proves it with his photos and with his website or whatever. And then later they found out that he was scamming women off of money by making them think that, oh, he lost access to his accounts because someone's going for his life and he needs help. Can you please give me $10,000, $100,000? And like,
that's fucked up.
It's screwed up because he played with their emotions. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, we met once and that's it. No, he invested time into their emotions so that they felt incredibly bad for him and they felt feelings for him. So obviously they gave the guy money because they liked him, and then eventually they found out that he was living date by date. Every date he had, every girl he would have as his quote-unquote girlfriend, I use that term loosely because it was never like that far, he would swindle money from them, and he would use that money on the next girl to convince her that he's a rich guy who he would then say, I'm in danger, I need money, and then he would do it again and again and again. And then they eventually caught him, and they made a documentary. Then they made they did an article on him in some British newspaper, I think, or a European newspaper, and after that they made a documentary on Netflix. You guys should check it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, enough of that.
Enough of that. Scammers suck.
Yeah. Just don't talk to me in that tone of voice ever again.
Yeah. What about... Alright, Turmo, you got anything to say?
About, like, scammers?
I don't know, just in general. I want to know what a pig thinks on a daily basis.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Palmer from the car insurance agency. We just called up to follow up on something. Can you hear me okay?
Joke's on you, you've been rotting in a room. I don't have a car.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Goodbye.
those fucking bot ones.
Oh, those bot ones are...
I heard a story where a guy got a call from one of those, and he's like, "Oh, this is one of those fucking bots." And then the person on whoever on the other end was like, "Oh, really? Wait, it's like what?" And, like, kind of, acted genuine. And he's like, "Oh, Yeah, I mean, getting calls like all these bots, and they kind of had a full blown conversation, and then suddenly he's just like, "You're not a bot, are you?" And then she's like, "Thank you," and then hung up or something like that. I can't remember how it goes, but it's like he got like really fucking confused. He's just like, "Was that a bot or a person, or am I the bot?"
Or am I the bot? Did he find his AI waifu already? Lucky man.
Man.
Terumo, I know you don't like women, but what about artificial intelligent women?
Or VTubers.
Yeah, what do you think about VTubers? They're not real women, so you can't hate them.
Yeah.
Just mention the tomboy duck, and he'll start foaming at the mouth.
Subaru. Oh, this pig
I'll
is
start
going
barking.
wild. This hog is foaming at the mouth. He's got his tucks out.
Listen, alright? Bring up the duck one more time and go fight the mutts down the street.
Would you do it for Subaru?
Alright, it's going to be their last meal, right? Fight them for their scraps. I'll wear their skin.
Terumo, I was about to say something. I don't know what would have been offensive, but I just want to know if this has ever been mentioned around you before. But has anybody ever like made the joke of you like scalping people's heads?
Perhaps.
Oh, I want to know. Is it offensive?
I mean, for the more darker skinned and like, dark skin complexion, the native hairstyle, it's probably more offensive to them.
I remember you made that joke. You made that joke because a cousin of yours was playing on a computer, and then you were like, I was like, oh, we'll fight him, kick him off the computer, and then you were like, no, he's like 10 shades darker than me. He's probably gonna scalp me.
Yeah, he would, right? Yeah, he had the ponytail hair. He is darker skinned, right? He probably would have scalped me.
Look, Terumo. Just train how to use a tomahawk, alright? You'll know this white guy on YouTube teaches you how to do it the native style. Just do that and you'll be fine.
Just imitate Connor from Assassin's Creed 3 and use his
he's
tomahawk and knife. Just like,
how about,
I mean, he's from the Mohawk
the Mohicans. No, wait, that's not right. It's called the Mohawk.
Mohawk. Yeah, like Mohawk Valley.
Saber, how about I just consult that kid that appeared on YouTube in like 2010 on Black Ops 1 throwing a tomahawk across the map?
Oh! Play Black,
I can hear the
tomahawks in Black Ops.
I can hear the 360.
Hear all the trick shots. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, man.
They just throw tomahawks at the beginning, like they spawn in the map, they throw a tomahawk up in the air and it lands and it kills someone on the other side.
Yeah, fucking Nuketown. Just like as soon as you spawn Nuketown, just toss a tomahawk and then wait.
You know what? Screw that, Saber. I'm noob-tubing. I'm noob-tubing across the map. I'm camping with my
grenade launchers haven't been good since Modern Warfare 2 because of the whole danger close perk and one man army. All right, you can pop off a grenade or two, whip out one man army, re-enable your class, and then pull that thing out again, and then shoot more. All right, this fucking what's his fucking name? Fucking White Boy 7th Street brags that he is the world rec. He keeps bragging that he is the world record holder for the fastest nuke in Modern Warfare 2.
Oh
and
my gosh, White Boy.
Of course, his clip.
Street.
Of course, his clip is him shooting grenade launchers, one man army, and then getting a whole bunch of kill streaks that he uses to mow down people on a domination match, which is the main focus is the objectives and not the kills. And then he gets the nuke, and he's like, yeah. And he brags about that every time he's involved in any conversation with Call of Duty, and he mentions like how he's all retired because he was from the early 2010s of YouTube, so that meant that he was from He was from the golden era, so he made all of his money off of that, and now he's retired. And
do you remember the FaZe clan?
I mean, they're still around. They just play other games. Yeah, I mean, esports are still a thing for first-person shooters. You got CS:GO, you got Call of Duty, you have the CDL, Call of Duty League, and then you have the one for Halo, HCS, Halo Championship Series, and like FaZe and Optic still take part in those, and you've got also like Cloud9 and a whole bunch of other teams.
All they do is scam me to buy Bitcoin and G Fuel.
Yeah.
I don't think G Fuel is as advertised anymore. I think it's now like, what is it? Alternative?
Gamer Subs.
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by Gamer Subs. Hey guys, look, I'm Max Mofo and I'm fucking gaming.
I think the weirdest gamer ad I've ever seen was one for a gamer chair. They're like, buy this awesome gamer chair. This company sent it to me, and you guys can get a 15% off discount. Oh my gosh! Every time I hear a 15% discount on anything ad related, I'm all like, 15%? That is nothing. What am I gonna do with 15%?
That's
buy
like
a bottle
taking
of
off
water?
That's like taking off the tax. And really, that's what it really is.
Yeah, I'd rather pay my tax. I'd rather pay my tax than feel insulted with 15% discount, honestly.
As a kid, don't worry, right? Gamer Subs got everyone by the balls because they're pandering to the people, with the waifu cups.
Yeah,
Look,
just,
man.
Buy the waifu cups, buy the cup with the printed out, anime titties on it.
Look, man, I'm gonna get the Sasquatch soap. That's my soap. No gamer soap. I need the manly Sasquatch soap. That's what I need. Hey,
yeah. You know what? Yeah,
that
you know
soap
what you
you're
really
showering
need?
with? It's boop.
You know what you need? You know what you need, Joe?
Yeah.
You need some bitches.
Oh, do I?
How
do you know
bitches.
I don't have any? How do you know I don't have
Listen.
any? Look, man, there's one outside. She's like a foot
All right,
big.
Drew, get the
Shih Tzu.
car wrench. We're gonna break this guy's knees. We're gonna take him out back. Let's finish this up.
Can't break my knees.
Yeah.
I'm immortal.
Yeah. Well, all right. All right, Joe Mama.
I'm not
Listen.
talking. Look. She's my sister's dog. Okay.
Oh.
So
all right. Well, that does it. That does it for this episode of Big Fellas. Catch us next episode where we interrogate this guy live on camera.
Yeah, you can't kill me.
I take his kneecaps and replace my own.
COVID got me 3 times. It hasn't killed me. What can you do, huh?
Eat your skin.
Perhaps I'll eat yours.
Yeah, he'll wear your skin, and then he'll become the new Joe with new kneecaps.
Can I be the new pig?
Perhaps.
Yo, I gotta see what it's like to be a pig.
You'll fertilize our lawn.